Welcome to the Hotel Artemis. Such a lovely place, such a lovely place, such a lovely face. Plenty of room at the Hotel Artemis. Any time of year, you can find it here. And if you're a naughty boy or girl, that may well be a good thing, because the Hotel Artemis follows the nurse, who runs a secret, members-only emergency room for criminals as long as they follow the rules. Wait a second, a secret society of criminals living under our noses with rules and punishments and a sense of style that seemed to exist about 50 years ago. Why does that seem so familiar? Actually, comparisons to John Wick aren't really helpful because those comparisons are only skin deep. If anything, this is almost Tarantino level stuff. Early Tarantino. Reservoir Dogs Tarantino. Not, I'd like to make a Star Trek film Tarantino. Seriously, what's up with that? Back at the Hotel Artemis, such a lovely place, such a lovely place, we find such a colourful group of stock characters, assassins, arms dealers, criminal kingpins, a drink and pill-addled nurse amongst others, that it's with some surprise that I looked at my watch and noticed that over an hour and a quarter in, and nothing had happened. There was a lot of talking, of building people up, and enough burbling about nanomachines to almost make this a Metal Gear Solid game, as well as doing a really good job of setting up this world. It basically reads like a run-up to the Judge Dredd universe. And for a first-time director, Drew Pearce has managed to get some pretty great performances out of people who are pretty much playing the same people that they always play, but with a slight twist to what you would expect. I mean, yes, Dave Bautista is still a man-mountain, Sofia Boutella still plays a badass, who would have had a fight scene to rival that corridor scene in Daredevil had the editor had slightly less energy powder that morning. We even get new Spock sporting a ridiculous mustache, a crybaby persona, some of the worst, clunkiest dialogue or exposition I've heard in a while, and a character that flips depending on what the scene needs him to do. Jeff Goldblum appears in a cameo, sadly keeping his shirt on again, but this is Jodie Foster's film. How has she not been in anything since Elysium? From her way of walking to her mannerisms, she inhabits her character completely and is the heart and soul of the film. I could have done without the flashbacks. Not only is Foster good enough to not need such an obvious crutch, they don't add anything to the film, spoil the tone, and wreck the tension of untrustworthy people holed up with all their secrets, clashing agendas, mistakes, missteps, and misunderstandings, whilst attempting to ride out a huge riot that will kill anyone caught outside, aka a cracking setup for a siege film. A cheap to make, highly effective, and sadly very rare genre, which coincidentally has spawned some of my favourite films. Sadly though, after all that build up, the entire third act just seemed very rushed, and a few too many things happened off screen as if the budget ran out just a heartbeat before the director needed it to. And as a result, one or two scenes that would have been awesome we'll never see, which is annoying as it's what the whole film has been building toward. Bit of jumping around the set as well as a primary ending which seems to ignore much of what went before in order to make for a more conventional ending, which is naff as it's endings that people remember the most, which is why desserts are almost always the best bit of dinner. Make more of the third act. Rewrite Spock completely or just get rid of him, scrap the flashbacks, maybe put in a touch more action, and this could have been as good as it should have been. Mark the director as a rising star. As a director, I'm perfectly aware that he wrote Iron Man 3, and just hope that people treat this a hell of a lot better than last year's also excellent Free Fire. So I absolutely think you should see it. But what do you guys think? And which director do you think made the best debut on the scene? Not Tarantino, but who do you think had the best directorial debut? Comment below, let me know. I'm Daniel, this has been a Dunking. If you've enjoyed this video, please like, share, and subscribe.